Today's video is especially for those of you planning to come to study in Canada in 2025. I'll guide you through the updated process step by step. Hey friends, this is your girl Shani in Canada and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I share content about international student life in Canada, the real stuff, the struggles, the tips, and everything in between. Today's video is especially for those of you planning to come to study in Canada in 2025. And I'll guide you through the updated process of applying for a Canadian study visa step by step, including this year's big change, which is the PAL or Provincial Attestation Letter. So make sure to watch till the end of this video and maybe even grab a pen and notebook with you because this is going to be your full guide, as in full guide student to student. But before anything else, just a quick reminder and disclaimer that everything that I'm sharing in this video is based on publicly available information from the official Canadian government website, schools, and my own personal experiences as a Filipina international student in Canada. So I'm not an immigration lawyer or consultant, so if you have a complicated case or need legal advice, I recommend reaching out to a professional immigration officer or professional, because this video is mainly to guide and inform you, not to replace any professional service and advice. Let's begin. Friends, let's start with the basics and differentiate study permit from study visa. So a study permit is what allows you to legally study in Canada. It's not the same as a visa because a visa lets you travel here, but the study permit is what gives you permission to stay and study in Canada. You'll usually get both together once you get accepted, but remember that the study permit is the main thing that you need in order to attend school in Canada. I have prepared 6 steps for you guys, so feel free to take notes and pause the video along the way. So the very first step that you should make and take is to get accepted into a Canadian school. So what this means is that you need to apply and look for your school of choice at your province and make sure that this is a designated learning institution or a DLI. These are schools that are approved by the Canadian government, and once you get accepted, you likely receive an email as they will give you a letter of acceptance or LOA, and this is your golden ticket to start your visa application. So make sure to double check that your school of choice is under the DLI list on canada.ca. Step 2, request for a provincial attestation letter. So starting in 2024, Canada introduced a new rule for upcoming international students, and you now need a PAL or Provincial Attestation Letter, PAL for territories. So this letter proves that your province approved you as part of their international student cap. And so usually the school will apply for this on your behalf. So once you receive your letter of acceptance or LOA, email and ask the admissions office, how and when will I get my PAL? And without a PAL, your study visa application will be rejected. So don't ever skip this part. So step 3 is to gather all required documents. So now this part is a little serious. So make sure that you get everything ready before submitting or it'll cause delays, and we don't want that. So here's a breakdown of what documents that you need to prepare. I'll read it on my screen here because it's quite a lot. So prepare yourself, guys. You need your proof of acceptance, and this is your LOA from a DLI in Canada. You need a provincial attestation letter or PAL, and make sure that your school sends you this, and this is separate from your LOA. For proof of identity, make sure that you have a valid passport, and if they are expiring in a year or a few months from now, make sure to renew them. So in order to avoid any delays in the end, and you need 2 passport-sized photos. Proof of financial support. So you really need to show that you can support yourself while staying in Canada, and you just need one of the following. But if you have more than just one, then that would be great. Better chances of you getting accepted. An example would be a Canadian bank account in your name, a GIC or guaranteed investment certificate for most students. This is what I had before, and your bank statements, your proof of paid tuition and housing. So if you have someone supporting you financially, a letter from them supporting you would be great. So just a takeaway, be honest and be realistic with your financial proof. So don't even think of faking documents because this is going to get you in trouble in the long run. This will increase your chance of getting rejected actually. For your letter of explanation or statement of purpose, I will try and create a separate video explaining the format and what you should write in your statement of purpose to better your chances of getting accepted, because it's going to be a lengthy process, and I will explain it in further details, so make sure to check that out after uploading this video. So this is actually your personal letter to the visa officer, and it should explain why you want to study in Canada, why you chose that program or school and province, and also state that you also understand your roles and responsibilities as an international student or a temporary resident. For your medical exam, you'll need this if you'll be staying for more than 6 months, and if you've lived in certain countries, or if you plan to work in jobs that require a medical exam. So Canada will actually tell you if it's required after you apply, or you can check online in advance. So once you applied all of the necessary documents, they will give you an update on what documents they'll need, and they will let you know if they need a medical exam or biometrics from you. And that's it for the documents. So if you think that if I missed something, make sure to check the website itself. Step 4 is to submit your application online. So once you have everything, apply online at canada.ca using the IRCC portal. Make sure that you fill out the forms correctly and carefully, upload your documents, pay the application fee of 150 Canadian dollars, submit, and keep your confirmation. So just a useful tip, friends, create a checklist, double check everything before you click submit. Step 5 is to wait and monitor your application. So we're almost there, and this is the time that we play the waiting game because we don't know when we get approved. So I got approved in just like 2 weeks. So we don't know for others because others get approved in like months, even others get approved in days. So we don't know. So we actually don't know. So once submitted, check your IRCC account regularly and email them because IRCC might need more information and documents or updates from you. So don't ignore them. Once approved, you'll receive your POE or port of entry letter, which you will need to show when you enter Canada. Step number 6 is to arrive in Canada and get your study permit. So once you land in Canada, make sure to bring your passport, your POE or port of entry letter, your LOA, your PAL, your proof of funds. And what I did, aside from taking pictures, taking photos of my documents and scanning them, putting them in a Google Drive, I also printed them separately and organized them into this expander right here. And inside this expander, I have all of my documents, whether they're important or not. I just brought everything just in case, and I have those important documents in a separate clear book, so it would be easier for me to show the visa officer there. Since the officer will issue your study permit, they will give it to you after everything. So once you receive them, congratulations, you're officially a Canadian student. Alright friends, that's basically everything you need to know about how to apply for a study visa in Canada 2025. From getting your PAL, preparing for your documents, submitting your application online. So I hope that this breakdown helped make things a little less overwhelming for you. And speaking of support, I just want to say a huge thank you to IDP Education. They honestly made my study visa journey a lot easier, from reviewing my documents to guiding me every step of the way. They were there even when I landed here in Canada. This video isn't sponsored or anything, but I truly believe that IDP Education deserve the recognition for how much they have helped me and so many other students like me. So if you're looking for a study abroad agency, I highly recommend checking them out. That's it for today's video. I hope that you found this helpful, so please give it a like, share, or drop a comment if you have any questions or video requests. I got you. And please don't forget to subscribe for more real and relatable content. This has been your girl, Shani in Canada. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!